Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the pre-patch event for the War Within expansion is finally here, with the Radiant event going live as of today or tomorrow for the region of EU. During this event, players will have the opportunity to catch up all of the characters with better gear and even level new characters that you're trying to play for the next expansion. It's also an opportunity for players to get a ton of new collectibles from 2 different mounts, 1 for each faction, as well as 3 new pets to obtain. You can stock up for your alts with a bunch of bag slots, as well as a reagent bag for 30 slots, with all those items being warband bound, but also an opportunity to earn an heirloom ring, as well as a new strength of feat achievement for this event specifically, which will be gone and no longer obtainable after the pre-patch event is gone. So for today's video, I want to go over all of the different things that you can do during this new update and how to catch up all of your characters, get all the collectibles and all the other items before the limited time event is gone in just a handful of weeks before the release of the next expansion. As always, if you want to see more War Within coverage like this, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let's dive right in. After a short story questline, which I'm not going to spoil here, you'll finally be able to experience the new Radiant Echoes event. Radiant Echoes will be launching on July 30th for NA and 31st over for the EU, and the event will last until August 26th or 27th until the actual release of the War Within expansion. As for the actual Radiant Echoes event, Azeroth's past will be pouring out into the world, creating 3 new invasion points: Dustwallow Marsh, Searing Gorge, and Dragonflight. And the invasion points will be rotating in that specific order. At the start, each invasion is going to last for roughly 90 minutes, but the invasion timer is going to speed up as we get on through the weeks of the event. So during week 1, it's 90 minutes, during week 2, it'll be down to 60 minutes, and during week 3, it'll be down to 30 minutes, rotating pretty aggressively. To access the invasion points, you'll need to head to the Legion version of Dalaran, and then head to the lower chambers down where I'm currently at, and you'll find portals to every single one of the zones. For the pre-patch event, there should now be a portal in Stormwind and Orgrimmar that takes you to the Legion version of Dalaran, but if you played during the expansion of Legion, you should also still have access to your Dalaran Hearthstone, this time as a toy instead of an actual item. Now, if you don't have the Dalaran Hearthstone, like if you didn't play for that expansion, you can still go and get one, though it does take a little bit of time. You'll need to talk to Chromie as a new character, set the timeline to Legion, and attempt to complete the Legion intro questline. However, I tried this on 2 accounts so far, and on both of those accounts, I couldn't actually begin the quests, but even on the other account that never did the Legion intro, I got the opportunity to skip that entire Legion intro. So check in with the main NPC that gives you that initial intro quest to see if you have the skip available. If you do, then you can skip directly to Dalaran and pick up your Dalaran Hearthstone that way. If you do have access to the entire questline, just do the entire intro. It takes a little bit of time, but at the end of it, you'll still end up in the same location, and you'll still be able to collect your Dalaran Hearthstone for every one of your characters. Once a Radiant Echo event is active, you'll then go through 3 phases of the event, completing various objectives while earning a new currency of residual memories, which is the main currency that you'll use in order to purchase new items from the new residual memory vendors. When you first head into one of the zones of the invasion events, you first want to grab a weekly quest from one of the invasion zone NPCs. There's one for each ever one of these areas that will give you a big bulk of extra experience for any leveling characters, but also a ton of that new currency. The phase 1 of Radiant Echoes is called Congealed Memories, where players will face up against a massive blob that continuously spawns ads until it is defeated. Once you defeat the blob, then you'll advance into phase 2, called Scattered Memories, where players will then have to spread all throughout the entire zone of the invasion and complete a variety of zone-specific activities. Most of these activities are going to be a big throwback to some of the more iconic moments of older World of Warcraft, such as having players collect all of the different pages to complete the Green Hills of Stranglethorn questline all over again. After completing 6 objectives, you'll then enter into phase 3, Remembered Boss, where players will then face off against one of the iconic enemies of World of Warcraft, either Onyxia, Ragnaros, or Lich King. And after phase 3, technically the main invasion event is over, but you can still hang around in the invasion zone to grind out mobs and finish out other lingering memory events to continue earning more residual memories and additional experience for any leveling characters. I said the word leveling characters a couple of times because this invasion pre-patch event is a fantastic opportunity for you to level some new alts, because you can start participating in the Echoes event starting at level 10 on any one of your characters. Every single one of the phases of the event and all of the different activities and all of the monsters grant you a decent bit of experience, and it's possible to gain a couple of levels with every single one of the Echo invasions. Though not a lot of gear can be obtained during this invasion event as you level brand new characters, because most of the leveling gear, or rather the endgame gear, is going to be available for max level characters. So if you are going to be leveling a character through these methods, it's a good idea to stock up on a bunch of heirloom gear that'll continue to scale with that character as they get additional levels. Speaking of heirlooms, there'll also be a brand new heirloom item that you'll be able to unlock and create with the Lifeless Stone Ring, which doesn't cost a lot of residual memories. With the Lifeless Stone Ring, you'll need to obtain the different essences of Azeroth to restore the ring to its full power, which allows you to create a brand new heirloom item. You'll need to obtain essences from Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, and Northrend to empower this ring. And during each one of the zone's evasions, for example in Dragonflight for instance, each activity within Dragonflight and each enemy slain in each phase of the invasion has a chance to drop you memories of Northrend, and you'll need to combine 20 memories of Northrend in order to get the essence of Northrend used to empower the ring. So you'll need to do each one of the different zones in order to collect 20 memories of Northrend, memories of Kalimdor, and 20 memories of Eastern Kingdoms to be able to create their essences, and then combine those essences with the ring to create the new heirloom item. Because once it's fused with the different essences, the item becomes the Band of Radiant Echoes, a brand new ring with some haste and mastery on it that starts out at item level 227. Though like all of the other heirloom items, it'll have some scaling potential, and you might want to see if you can upgrade this ring further at the heirloom vendors in order to make it an extra additional item that you can use to level all of your characters. And for any characters that you're trying to gear for max level content, you also will be able to obtain a bunch of war-bound gear with the Dalaran Defenders items. These items start out at a veteran track of 480 item level and can be scaled all the way to item level 502, which would mean that they'll actually last you up until level 75 or so before you want to start replacing them in the war with an expansion, making them worth the while if you're trying to get a bunch of leveling gear on a brand new character. Though these items can only be purchased by a character of level 70, so you may want to have at least one max level character in order to be able to purchase all of these items. These items are bound to your warband rather than soulbound, so technically if the warband bank is working by that point, then you should be able to use your main character to help outfit your alts with a bunch of different gear. Plus, it's an opportunity for you to collect a bunch of different transmogs that are going to be unique just for this event. The leveling gear is going to have a variety of different items, from accessories such as rings as well as neck pieces, but also trinkets with a variety of either staple stats or some additional bonus effects. And with that, that's going to be the entire guide for the pre-patch event of Radiant Echoes. As always, I want to thank all of you guys so much for watching this video and hope all of you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it or found it informative, go ahead and give it a like. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, join our Discord community linked in the description of every single video, or if you just want to whisper me directly and message me in case you're having trouble with this event and maybe I can find a way to help you out in one way or another. As always, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.